They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Hey, here we go, hey.
The tight end Fant in motion. A 2nd down throw for Smith. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Ready.
Play action now. It's Gino. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. They get 25 on that connection. It's good for a Seahawks first down. Man in motion is Brown. Off the play fake. Smith. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
3rd and long. Lockett headed in motion. On play action, Smith. He'll try and get there on the ground. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal. They'll go play action. It's Smith. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
A sack certainly isn't ideal in this situation, but I think this quarterback considers himself lucky. He at least prevented the safety. This defense is in attack mode. They know they're one big play away from taking a 2-0 lead.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Hey, here we go.
They'll run here with Walker. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action with Smith. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13.
Sunday here, Sunday.
They run with Walker. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through. Third and long. From the shotgun, Smith. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle, but that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Here's second and 6. From the gun, it's Love. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd down, Love. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
That's going to be caught. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste. Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw is Love. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Auburn.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Here we go, here we go.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. So that'll move them back half the distance, and they'll try it again.
Line.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Javon Bullard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
You know, Mike, anytime you decide you're going to air it out backed up on your own goal line, you're taking a big risk, right? It's got to be out of your hand fast. Give the quarterback somewhere to go quick. But the defense knows that. They're attacking. They're taking some chances to jump some passes. We saw it there, and they're lucky that was just a turnover instead of a pick six.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. In motion, Reed. One more time, it's Jacobs. And he'll 2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. We're back to Seattle after this. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it is 4th and goal. The Packers going to call out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. His kick is good. And the Packers get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready!
Off the play fake, it's Smith. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half, putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small, and oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Gino. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
On 1st down, here's Gino to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That is the veteran Preston Smith. Works his way in there for the sack.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
On second down, Smith. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Working out of the gun, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will tie this game up here late in the first half. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The man in motion is Watson. On 1st and 10, here's Love. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Hey, we go, Simone!
A 1st down throw for Smith. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Javon Bullard.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and You're just saying box them out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
He'll take a shot for Watson. And that is brought in. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. The man in motion is Watson. A second down throw for Love. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And third down coming up.
So they failed to connect on another throw, and it's really been the story for both of these teams throughout this ballgame. I mean, neither offense can get anything going, and when you look at the scoreboard, it certainly reflects that.
Here's Love to throw. Open is Kraft. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
On first and 10, here comes Jacobs. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Love to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target. Now it's going to be third down. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
From the 35, it's first and 10. To throw is Love. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it'll bring up second down.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field, so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
Throwing on second down, Love. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage. We see quarterbacks do that all the time, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It is a big-time play for the Packers. It's a gain of 34. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Smith. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Smith. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. Number 40 on the season for him.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Now a 3rd and 2. Back is Smith. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and He ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
He's going to air this one out, and that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. Good blocking to the 15. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Now, the extra point. His kick is good. And the Packers move out in front by the score of 17-3. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. X-call. Here we go.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Tuesday right here.
Once again, it's Walker. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Here's a 2nd and 12.
Hey, here we go, hey.
They'll stick to the ground. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Ready.
Play action now. It's Gino. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
There's a guy, Mike, who just refuses to go down. You'd love to see the old school kind of stiff arm. Get off me. Ability to break these tackles and still pick up big yards.
They run on the jet sweep, and this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
Tackle back at the 28-yard line.
On play action, Smith. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
They go play action with Smith. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run with Jacobs. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
The right side, catch made by Dobbs. Chance to get him closer to that finish line. It is 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll take a shot for Watson. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Now, a second down throw for Smith. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
From the shotgun, Smith. And that is incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And that'll set up 4th down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike. And they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points. Because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. The drive stays alive. They got 23 yards on 4th down.
Here we go, here we go.
Gino now on 1st and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. It's 2nd down. They'll go play action. It's Smith. He'll air it out down the middle. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw. But I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Now, Gino. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That is a gain of 20, and what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
Here we go, hey.
Here's Walker. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
You find yourself as a play caller saying, all right, I only got to get 1 yard, and I got multiple plays to do it. What you don't plan for is all of a sudden you're going to go backwards, and it changes the entire approach and, frankly, the entire play call sheet that you have to draw from.
And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision. Down 8, going for 2. Oh, and a crusher there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Even with their full complement of timeouts, the call is to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. talk things over before third down. In motion, Reed. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Now Seattle will use the final timeout to stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And they will not be able to make this a 2-possession game.
And this is where playing in the elements can really become a problem. These kickers practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So sometimes you got to approach these kicks a little bit different. He's just unable to connect.
They'll drop to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
And this one is no good. Not sure if the rain and the wet footing is an issue there, but no extra point. The score stays where it is. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They go with Walker. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll come up now for 2nd down. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way.